So, we are here with our fourth and final Fourth Estate Student Government Presidential Election interview. And we are here with...
My name is Maha Shah. I'm currently a rising senior and I'm running for Student Government Vice President.
And my name is Khadeja Tipu and I'm running as your Student Body President.
Fantastic. Alright, so we'll get right into the heart of it. Good job on the debate, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank
you.
So, the big thing with being the SG student president is that you're trying to make life better for students on campus.
Yes.
What do you think is the biggest issue facing students on campus right now?
What we believe one of the biggest things the students are facing on campus right now is the transition of the university. We say over here that where innovation is tradition, and so we're always changing and we're growing, and that's great that we're growing at a rapid rate and we're progressing as a university, but while focusing on and maintaining a vision that we have as a university, we cannot forget about the students that are here right now, and we have to remember to focus them. So to elaborate on that, we have to remember that we are a non-traditional university. Primarily, I believe approximately 70% of our students are off-campus students, and though majority of them may be part-time, but the reality is we are a huge majority of off-campus students. And I know in the next few years we want to bring in 2,500 more beds and expand on the on-campus university and make it a more traditional university. But in that process, we cannot only just build beds and build dining halls and just expand our acceptance rate. We have to grow as a whole. So just growing on the hours the clinic offers, just having them open full hours on Friday at the very least and on the weekends, because students can get sick anywhere at any time, so they shouldn't have to go to an off-campus resource, as well as the dining halls. They should be open. More of the food places on campus should have extended hours. And then again, with even the gyms, you shouldn't have to go to an off-campus gym to get a membership that will offer you 24 hours. So while growing and expanding the university in other aspects, we have to remember that we should start serving the students together, because in anything in life, you have to grow as a well-rounded thing or all around, otherwise the progression won't be as successful.
So do you think, does that reflect kind of what you want to bring to the president?
Definitely. I believe that improving rather than expanding. It's great that we are progressing and moving forward, but it's also always important to look back, see what you have done and what you can still focus on before you move forward.
So using the resources we have right now rather than just focusing on things we don't have, just expanding on, just building and improving what we have.
Sounds really good. Talk about kind of expanding and growing, both as a university and as a student body. How do you think you've changed over the course of your time at Mason? How do you think Mason's affected you?
Mason's affected me a lot. It grew on me. For Mason, it wasn't love at first sight. I fell in love with it, which I think is a lot more stronger than just love at first sight. But it grew on me, and I love it. And when we came in, we weren't as involved. We came in as freshmen. We were off campus, and I know from my family members and siblings who have gone here, as an off-campus student, they struggled getting involved, and I came in with an ambition that I would not let that affect me and I would get my full college experience. So we ran for class councils, and unfortunately we did not make it. But then that didn't stop us. We joined a lot of other organizations, and then one of them was student government, and we felt that this was one that we enjoyed most. And so I came in my first year as a senator, and second semester, I became the vice chair of university services. And I liked having responsibility, and I liked being able to do more for student government and the student body. So I wanted to expand on my leadership, and then I took it to the next level and became chairwoman of the Financial Affairs Committee. And I enjoyed serving the student body. I put on the Financial Expo, and it was difficult, like a lot of responsibility, but it felt good. It felt good doing things for the students. And so then this time around, instead of running for re-election for Senate, I wanted to take it up another step and be able to serve the student body more. So it gave me, coming here just wanted me, since I got so much out of George Mason, I wanted to give back more and more as time progressed.
Yeah, same here. I came in as an off-campus. A lot of my friends were also off-campus, not really involved. They would just go to class, kind of maybe hang out, and then go home. And I didn't want to be like that. I always feel like I can bring more to the table. And even in high school, I always wanted to focus on being a good role model and influencing others, being more involved in the school that I go to and I should take pride in. So yeah, that's when we did try out for student class councils, and we didn't really make it, but that didn't stop us. So went for student government. I loved it. I love the teamwork aspect, working as a team to do towards one goal. And then this time around, I also got a leadership position as a Senate military liaison, just working with the military community that may not have a voice, serving as their voice. And I really like it so far. This time around, we thought, why run for Senate when we can step up and, run for president, vice president, bring more to the table. So yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like getting involved is a big part of you guys' story. How would you, as president and vice president, how would you help other students get more involved on campus?
Oh yeah, definitely. Not only off-campus students, but on-campus students as well, because that comes in part of with our Spirit initiative, because when you're not involved, when you don't know what's going on, you're not feeling as a part of the community, it's difficult to feel spirited and love your university when you're not involved, so that's a big aspect. And I know we do Welcome Week in the beginning of the fall semester, and it's a bigger Welcome Week rather than the ones the spring semester, and a lot of transfer students come in the spring semester, so holding one equally fun and equally large in the spring semester as well. And a part of what we said last night at the debate was one of the things we wanted to do was a roundtable and have leaders from different organizations all around, not only sorority and fraternity life, and just like all organizations that are willing to participate, and we want to reach out to them, have a roundtable, ask them what they want to talk about, hear their concerns, and ask them, because organizations are always looking to recruit members, they always want to expand, they always have kiosks and they always want to expand, so just asking them how they want to expand and then giving them opportunities. I know in one of our student government retreats, we spoke about this in our University Life Committee, but we never got around to doing it, but I really liked the idea. It was having a fair outside with a bunch of tables, and towards not the beginning of the semester when people are trying to get used to where their classes are because they're distracted with that, but towards the middle of the semester, maybe in fall, if it was fall semester, before or after Thanksgiving break, just having a lot of tables outside, like the Connection Carnival that happens on that Wednesday usually when you come back, just having that in the middle of the semester so students aren't distracted and they have an opportunity to learn about what all these organizations are about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. The roundtables, great idea. I love that. And one thing that really does get kind of overlooked is the involvement with student government and the student body. And I believe that external outreach is very important. So I believe that's why the roundtables, I feel like, would be really helpful, because a lot of students that we talked to, like when we were going around passing out, goodie bags and things like that, just informing them about our campaign, they had no idea that we worked with parking or things of that nature. So I think keeping them informed is very important, and not only informed with things like policy, but also events and things like that. Students never know. A lot of students never know like what exactly is going on around campus, and there's always something going on. It's always a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I think we should definitely include them in that.
And if they're more involved, then they would know more. They would actually have less problems, in my opinion. Like Maha said, when we were going around and handing out goodie bags and just getting our face out and meeting with students, we were asking them what a concern they had was. And a lot of the concerns they had were concerns that had already been addressed or they were being worked on. And then the information they did have was very off. So just that communication and just getting them involved with what we are doing and letting them know what's going on solved half of their problems probably. Just informing them even if it's something they don't like, if they know why it's happening and why what they want cannot happen, that I believe gives a student or someone peace of mind, understanding why what they dislike is happening and why it has to happen. Just an explanation and helping building and understanding.
So it sounds like great initiatives that would be really strong with the student body.
Yes.
Now, as president and vice president, how do you see your relationship with administration?
How do we see or how do we plan on building it?
Building it would be good.
Building it, just in student government, we have a lot of opportunities to sit on different committees, and as president and vice president, we will have to get even more involved than we are currently. So we will be sitting on these committees, and certain committees we will have to sit on. So just being on the committees, meeting with them, and I remember I was student body president in high school, and it was a concern people had because they weren't sure if my experience was qualified, but I proved them wrong. I took it on, I got the position, and I made relationships with all the administration. Like when I go back now, I still have a good relationship with the administration. So I believe we are approachable, affable, and nice people. So I believe not only can we build relationships, but good relationships, strong relationships, well-established relationships. So when future student body presidents or future students from student government or any future George Mason students sit on those committees, they will have a good representative, a good representation, a good face to represent what we are like and what kind of a relationship they can establish with us.
Right. I feel like with the administration, we need them just as they need
Yes.
us. Working with them and building those relationships is very important, and I feel like it's definitely going to happen.
Yes, and it's really important because just like Maha said, we need them just as much as they need us. And they're the ones who often make the bigger decisions. So just keeping a good relationship with them and being able to effectively communicate with them will be very important, because then they can understand where the students are coming from and appeal and do more for us.
So, the last question.
Yes.
What do you think sets your team apart from the other candidates?
Well, I believe we are the only off-campus ticket, the only traditional off-campus ticket. We are a diverse ticket, and these are just small things, but some people are like, do you believe that you two being friends will be a problem? But I don't believe that would be a problem. We're best friends, and so we see things on the same eye level. We get along really well, so I think that'll be a big part. We're always together. We're always working together. We've been working together since freshman year. So ever since we got to Mason, we've been working together, and we have good communication skills, and I don't think communication or anything would be a problem. And if you can't get along with your partner and can't work with your partner really well, then that's a problem. And I believe we can work really well together.
Yeah. As a diverse ticket, although we aren't involved in Greek life, things like that, we are very open to talking to different organizations. A lot of people know us. We're everywhere. We'll be in class. We'll be in the Johnson Center. We'll be in the gym or something like that. Basically, we're like everyone's friends. So we have no problem talking to people and making connections, bridging gaps, and building relationships.
Yeah,
So.
and I feel as though we are here not to show students how different we are from them, and that is why we should be granted this position, rather how similar we are to them, and that is why we should be granted that position. We're really relatable. Whenever we talk to someone, we're always meeting people, and it's really easy for people to talk to us. And I don't believe that people are intimidated, or they think that they'll appear stupid to us or unintelligent, or they feel hesitant at all discussing anything with us. So I feel people are very comfortable, we're open-minded, and we're very willing and ambitious. Like, we have this, rather than being hardworking and responsible, which are characteristics we possess, something stronger is passion. We have a sincere passion for student government, and that's something that nothing can stop you from getting to and obtaining your goals.
Thank you very much.
Thank
No
you.
problem.